Hello, welcome back to the new episode 60 Minutes with David. I'm in Bangkok. As you can see, I'm in a park which we can do some exercises. There are people jogging, escaping the busy city life, I guess, and being here in the park which is called Lumphini Park, which is actually one of the biggest parks in all of Asia. So I thought, why not? I think it will be a good thing to start at the park. First I wanted to go to a floating market on the water, which is also very famous in Bangkok. Yeah, because it is my first day and I still have to acclimatize to the temperature and the lifestyle of the Thailand people. My guess is it's raining season, so sometimes it can gets a little bit of rain, but that doesn't stop me filming. Yesterday I wanted to film, but you know how it goes. Even though sometimes you're only traveling a couple of hours with the plane, but yeah, it will still cost you a whole day. You know what I mean? Packing, waiting, everything that yeah, comes around traveling. So I haven't posted anything yesterday, but today I wanted to make a fresh start in Bangkok, Thailand. Yeah, the first thing that I've noticed when I am in Thailand, it has some similarities with Bali, India, but also some similarities with Holland or the Netherlands. For example, if I'm looking at this, it does kind of make me think about The Hague or Rotterdam, with all the buildings and structures, but also the roads are, yeah, the roads are kind of modern, not like in Bali. And also when taking a scooter driving on the road, the roads here aren't that narrow as we see in Bali, and that is the thing, that when driving on those narrow roads, it's kind of scary, because you don't know what's going to happen, and the drivers are kind of yeah, reckless in a sense, but those people are living here for their whole lives. And being in Thailand, the roads are more widely spread, so it's not that scary anymore. But as you can see, still palm trees and yeah, the city side. walking in a park, Thailand. So welcome back to the new episode with David. It's kind of raining today, as you can see, and I'm close to Chinatown, and there is a river there, and it wasn't raining before, but looking at the river, it's kind of similar to when it's raining. If you look at the water, then the first thing that comes to mind is that, oh, it's raining, but the river where I am at, it is not raining, but the river just looked like this because of all the fish. So that was a new experience. Yeah, it's different environment than Bali, for example, and I've noticed it's only 11 o'clock or so, and I'm already awake since 7. Normally I'm already laying on the bed until 11 or something, so that's new. It's funny when you are in Bangkok, you can see the mega big screens everywhere on the buildings, and I'm sure if I can film some of it. As you can see, a lot of advertising. It kind of looked like Tokyo in some sense, in the night especially, with all the advertising and the big screens, nightlife. But I'm walking in the park, guys. First time. I'm not sure what this is saying, but I have to pee, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, if it's possible, and I'm hoping not that everyone sees me. It's not too crowded, so it could be possible. Are similar, and bridges and everything. And I also was in India before, and there are some little similarities of India, but as you know, traveling across the world, then it doesn't matter where you are. I lived in Madeira before. Madeira has a lot of similarities with Southern America. I am going to the temple later on. I have to change my clothing because it's also similar to Bali, that you cannot enter a temple with trousers or short pants. And Bangkok is also fairly familiar with temples, and I believe Bangkok is also one of the biggest temples in the world. So I definitely have to check that out. Usually going to big cities, doesn't matter where you are in which part of the world, the energy is very condensed, but it doesn't mean that it has to be a negative thing. It's almost like a package, that the energy is similar to the monks or the yogis in the Himalayas. They are going into the caves to meditate, and they are building the energy inside the cave, and it becomes very condensed. And being here in Bangkok, I got the impression that the energy is very condensed. Similar, I used to live in Rotterdam, and there are some similarities, not only the buildings, but it's also like a compressed energy. And so what does it mean that the energy is compressed? Well, it means that there is a lot of dynamic going on. It doesn't matter from which angle you come from, or which belief or which mindset. Being here in places like Bangkok means that the energy is very condensed, and you can tap into all kinds of frequencies that is stored in places like Bangkok. And once you open up and you are in alignment with the particular vibration, so to speak, then you are going to experience that. So in other words, if you are spiritual or a down-to-earth kind of guy or women or whatever, Bangkok, anything is possible according to your own frequency. And because there are living so many people out here, it doesn't matter where you come from, everything is possible. And that is the feeling that I have coming to Bangkok. The first impression that it's like being activated in all kinds of aspects within myself, which means that anything is possible depending on the frequency or motivation or mindset. What do I want to experience? in a moment in Bangkok, and if I am tapping into that particular vibrational frequency, which is also inside of me, that's exactly what I'm going to experience. And then yesterday I was driving with the scooter and I got feeling energy, and it was marvelous. I was like, this is the place to be. And I was talking with a friend lately, and he said to me, I've been in many parts of the world, but Bangkok, in my opinion, is the best place to visit, because in my opinion is the best place on earth. There's the best city in earth, because there are so many things to do. And then, yeah, I think he's right, because today I'm filming the park and you think maybe this is Bangkok, this is boring, but the next moment it is a total different environment, because we as human species are shifting every moment into something different. And I like the comparison of women who get the menstruation period, and then the reality shift, because the hormones and everything, they are not the same person as they were before getting their period. It's just an example, but I think we as a human species, we all go through many phases, many changes through our lifetime. So no moment is the same, and it's similar to being in Bangkok. No moment is the same. So the first impression that we have, this is Bangkok, I know, I've seen it. I don't believe that. And that is also the reason why I booked for 7 days straight. Because there's so much to see out here. And I wanted to start with viewing the nature side or park in Bangkok. And yesterday I was hanging out in the streets, and you don't want to know what I have encountered yesterday. It is insane. But I want to focus on purpose and filming and visiting some tourist places, so that you have to see for yourself that Bangkok is really an extraordinary place. And if you ask me what is a better place to visit, Thailand or Bali, I cannot say that, because they are both unique in their own way, and I think it's just a preference of choice. I can say that you should visit them both. And and I hope there's no issue filming here, because you know how authorities can be in Thailand. They're really don't restricted about particular thing. There's no drone zone, but I'm not filming with a drone, right? I don't feed the pigeons. I'm not feeding the pigeons. So I was thinking about filming the market tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, and filming one of the biggest temples in Bangkok today. But that, I think it will be in another episode. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, because you are going to see a different side of Thailand, and because filming is kind of a gray area, there are not that much videos of Thailand filming non-stop straight, and I had to cut the first part approximately after 10 minutes. But I want to film 60 minutes straight, and being on YouTube, and if you are considering going to Thailand and you want to see the real deal, what's going on here, you have to see it as well as possible. And apparently there are not that much people filming that way that I look at this. Where do you see things like this? The last time I filmed was in Ubud, seeing monkeys. Now I see dragons. In the park. Sometimes I'm saying things and then think later on, fuck, why did I say those things? But anyway, I want to film as pure as possible. This is what it is. You get the real stuff watching 60 Minutes with David. It's not added as most of the shows you see on YouTube. And I'm here already for one day, and already traveled around Bangkok with the app Grab, the Grab app with the G, and taking a scooter will cost you approximately €1 or $1 to there is a guy who drives you around with a scooter a couple of kilometers for approximately $1. That's nice. I don't have enough experience to compare the prices with Bali, for example. But if you are doing it correctly, like most tourists, they are living very cheap, staying here in Thailand. And I think this is the capital. And usually being in the capital is much more expensive if you are staying in a hotel or going out or whatever. But I have the impression that you can stay here for relatively cheap. Shall I do? Shall I stay around the park so I can have a full video about the Lumphini Park? There are going to be many videos in Bangkok because I'm planning to film regularly, and this is my first day, so. Well, actually yesterday was my first day, but you know how it goes. I just arrived here in the night and have to adjust to the circumstances. Don't know what to expect, so I haven't filmed yesterday. Although I really wanted to film. Look at this, guys. Big fella over here. If you are in Bangkok and you want to relax and enjoy the nature, then you should visit this park. As you can see, there's this really, yeah, it's Bangkok, guys. And we know about Bangkok, big city, a lot of traffic. Well, as you can see, this is a park and it's quite relaxing. You can also have you can also train, doing some sport. As you can see, like basketball, tennis, or some cardio. I'm also going to doing some exercises like Muay Thai, and it's funny when you are here and then you see all this advertisement of Thai boxing, and because it's really a cultural thing out here. So it doesn't matter where you are or where you are looking, you see a lot of advertisements of Muay Thai, like posters and big screens. I used to do a lot of Thai boxing in Holland, but I had to make a conscious decision when I was younger, I think 14 years or so, which was about, are you continue in sports like Thai boxing or kickboxing, taekwondo, street fighting, or are you fully going into spirituality? And eventually I made the choice about spirituality because being spiritual has so much more depth to it, although sports like Thai boxing or kickboxing is also kind of spiritual, because once you are developing certain skills, fighting skills, some people are able to fight blindfolded, and they can feel their adversary with their eyes closed, which is also kind of spiritual, because spiritual is about expanding beyond the boundaries of our physicality. And for me it really helped, because there was a lot of trauma that needs to be fixed, and I'm not sure if I wasn't able to fix my trauma by doing sports like Thai boxing, because maybe you want to smash somebody's face in because you have a trauma that's not really looking at the deeper core behind the sport. And sports like Thai boxing or Muay Thai, I see it more as a sport. It's not about fighting, it's more like an expression of yourself. Like maybe you're an artist and you want to paint abstract or some sort of expressionism, and the reason why abstract or expressionism or surrealism is really highly validated because it's beyond boundaries, and living in a society like today is always about being in boundaries. So spirituality is more about expansion. And considering to go Thai boxing when I'm here in Thailand or Bangkok, with the knowledge that I gained through meditation and yoga and everything, I dissolved a lot of trauma. And I remember a quote from Julius Caesar, the one who has conquered the world, is saying that in order to conquer the world, one has to conquer himself. And that is the whole point. That's also the point of being spiritual, to face the demons inside yourself. And I think it's also about what Bruce Lee is saying, that I'm not sure exactly what the quote was, but it was kind of similar to conquer yourself in order to conquer the adversary or enemy. Alright, this is a big park in Bangkok. I can walk this endlessly, so I'm going out to show you guys a little bit as a glimpse of Bangkok, because the next episode will be I will be showing you more of Bangkok. They have a market here. I can show you a bit. This is almost closed because I was here early in the morning. I think around 9 or 10 or so. This is new for me because normally I'm still lying on 2 ears. This is, but I don't know if I can walk around it. So we've only 10 minutes left. bus stop over here, so you can take the bus to the I forgot the name of the park, but you will see in the description anyway. Driving around Bangkok city, a scooter isn't that expensive. So whatever your preferences are, I recommend you take a taxi or scooter, because Bangkok city is quite large, and if you want to walk, it's not possible. You can open the app, grab the G, and type in the place that you want to visit, and someone is picking you up, and once you're on your destination, you can walk how long you want to walk, until you're tired or whatever, and then go back to your other destination. Quite Jewish hospital. Look at this. It goes all the way up there. Maybe you get a little bit of an impression how Bangkok is, because this is one of the main hospitals, but they have many hospitals around Bangkok, and these buildings are huge. I think it's called the Lumphini Park, which is over there. Alright, I'm going to stop filming now. I hope you enjoyed it, and this is my first day or second day in Bangkok. Yesterday I just arrived, and it was late in the evening. Good. I still had to acclimatize to the situation. 12. It's still early and I have a whole day in front of me. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time.